and colder, so we'll probably not go out. Just go get Tim's mail about 4.
He's coming home today, isn't he?
I think I don't know. He might, because we got to be home by noon tomorrow. That's all I knew, but I didn't know about today.
Yeah, I think he said something about they was going to travel Saturday, but he didn't say what time either. It could be tonight.
They were supposed to go to Mayberry, wherever that's at.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were for sure.
Oh, they hadn't done that yet.
I don't know.
Oh.
I thought they was going to do that on the way back, but I don't know.
He sent me a whole bunch of pictures and stuff, but I haven't went through them all and don't know where all. They don't say where they're at in each one. So, but yeah, this morning he sent me 10 attachments, and I haven't opened them yet. I just kind of scrolled through them. I mean, I looked through them when they was little, but I haven't clicked on them to really see them, big, where I can really make out what they are. At the beach and at a restaurant and some other kind of activity places.
Yeah, they had a condominium at Myrtle Beach,
Yeah.
So they were just planning on, the way I take it, they were supposed to just stay there for most of the whole week. Because it's cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Because we do that. That's what we do in Branson. We got a timeshare kind of place. Maurice and Jake do that. We go. I think this is the Christmas we're supposed to go there again. It's like every 3 years, I think, is when they can go.
Yeah.
So she was going to check on that. She hadn't got back with me yet about that, but I think that.
So that's pretty cheap, pretty reasonable. For everybody to split, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. April Fool's Day today. Don't you dare April Fooling now.
I wasn't planning on it, but you know what?
What?
I told yesterday we went out and ate with Mark's mom and dad and sister and her kids at El Ranchito. And I was telling them about Darren. I said, I think my brother's due date was April the 1st, but he fooled Mom and the doctors was born April 4th.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, that's
what he did.
Yeah. That's because that's what I heard my whole life, so I thought that was right. But, hey, I got a couple questions for you. I know you told us at the reunion that one year about your accordion, but now I was wondering, did you say that you and Deatrice both was wanting an accordion? Is that what you said? Can you tell me again?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me again what you said?
When we was little?
Oh, yeah, was you teenagers or younger than that?
We was younger than that. We was probably about, maybe 10.
Oh, that young.
10 or 11. We used to pray, get down there by our bed. Pray for an accordion. We both wanted an accordion so bad. We just thought God would just send us one out of the air.
Yeah, that's what
you ain't going to put this on the Facebook, Lisa.
I'm going to put it in my devotion notes tomorrow.
I ain't going to tell you nothing there.
Oh, well, that's what we're talking about. Mark's sermon that he preached and that he preached before about Jesus said the desire to desire, and is talking about desires, and I was going to talk about your accordion and
if you didn't go into detail, you could just tell them we used to really pray, and we had the faith that the Lord was going to send us one.
Yeah.
And when we got grown up and got married, but the Lord did send us both an accordion.
Yeah.
And both sides both had pianos.
Yep.
Stuff. So the Lord blessed us, because He knew the desires of our heart. So
that's kind of what I was thinking, but I didn't have it exactly right. Because for some reason I thought y'all laid down in the grass, and I was looking up at the sky, thinking God was going to send it to you. But you said,
well, we probably did that too. We did everything. We just really prayed a lot. We just cry and pray, and we had church out in the smokehouse, and just really did blessing and.
Yeah. See, but God's seen the desires of your heart, and you got it. That's what my whole point was about. And I know at the end of Mark's sermon, I listened to it last week, I guess, or earlier this week. At the end of it, Uncle Carl got up and he said, "Thank you for preaching that, Brother Mark. I really needed to hear that." And then he went on to talk about how him and Brother Bishop had been talking earlier that week about how the ant, the insect, the ant, how it carried weight about, much more than its body weight. And then
Right.
and Brother Bishop was talking about how he'd went to other countries and seen people carry weights on their back and on their heads and, in their arms 3 and 4 times their weight. But how in America, people don't do that, because when kids are little and stuff, people are like, no, don't do that. You're going to get hurt,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. And so I thought that was neat. I was going to apply that to a spiritual application about how God doesn't put more on us than we can bear. It's like it might seem like it's going to break us, but it makes us. So I think it's going to be, going to turn out good. But I was glad that we had that on cassette. Uncle Carl saying that. That really.
Yeah.
That's
Who's
cool.
Brother Bishop now? Where was he from?
He pastored there in McPherson. He's gone now too. He passed away.
Was he the same Brother Bishop that was in Terre Haute when we were teenagers? Me and
No, I doubt it, because Aunt Sandy and Uncle Carl never said anything about that. But
Oh, okay.
him and his wife came and pastored there in McPherson, about that church that Mark and I had thought about. We were going to go to one time. Yeah, they used to come and fellowship a lot in the Hutchinson Church. They was a wonderful couple. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think she may still be alive, but if she is, she's really old. But I know he passed away.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If they, it's possible that it could have been the same one, him and her.
If it was, they never.
Yeah.
I didn't know the connection.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
But yeah.
Okay.
I think, well, you'll have to get on, when Tim gets back, you'll have to go to his computer and look at a picture on Anita's page of her mom and dad's 61st anniversary. They have them sitting out in front of their house, and they got this big old cake in their lap. It says happy anniversary, and it was their 61st.
Oh, wow.
Bob and Kay's been married that long. I guess it's just this past week was their anniversary.
She was 13 or so when she got
Oh,
married.
that's why she's so. I was gonna say, because she doesn't age. I mean, she's ages, but not like some people.
Yeah, I know it. Isn't that something?
Uh
She hasn't changed all that much. But
No, she hasn't.
must be nice.
Oh, you have
You
my.
can't never tell who me and Dad were. Young pictures, and now you can't tell who Dad and I were when we. I mean, you can't tell who we are. I mean, if you look.
Oh, you mean you changed quite a bit?
It's that much, yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, but everybody still thinks y'all are beautiful, and you are.
Oh, Lord forbid, I don't think so.
Good-looking couples. What that last time we posted picture? Oh yeah, when we changed your password and redid that picture on your Facebook, people like,
Yeah.
great-looking couple, and people like, I just love these two. They're so sweet. All that kind of stuff. People, yeah. It's the thing. Probably they don't never tell you that to their face, but it's nice to know, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know.
that's true.
I know. It's like sometimes you think some people don't care, but then you find out they really do. They just don't know how to show it. So.
Well, what's that?
Well, yesterday when we went to El Ranchitos, he seemed okay. I mean, Bernice kept having to get after him because she's like, "Don't eat all the chips," and he only had like 3 or 4. But I think she's too hard on him. But when we was getting ready to get up though, I went out. I came on out to the van, and then Chloe and Caden went out to their mom's van, and Mark was paying the bill. And I guess I didn't know. I guess I should have stayed in there to see what was going on. Finally, Johanna and her mom and dad come out, and Mark had got finished paying, and they was coming out, but they said they couldn't it took everything to get Dad up. Dad did not want to get up out of that chair.
Really?
Yeah, I said, but I don't know how often he gets out. I said, I don't think he's left the house since the hospital. He probably just didn't want to go back
Oh, it
home.
is.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he asked for a pencil while we was there sitting at the table because he wanted to write on the table. And Mom's like, no, you can't write on the table. And you know what I'm thinking? He was probably like, why not? He's written on wood his whole life because, a carpenter does
Yeah,
that.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Probably what it was.
I know it. He's probably going to do the markings for the measurements to,
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Oh, my.
I know. So see, he wasn't being out of his mind. He just wanted to get to work. You know what?
Right,
You do it so long and stuff. So
I know it.
oh man, but Mark was going to go to Lowe's this morning and get me some wood to fix that little garden area he made. Those logs are falling
Yeah.
apart. He was going to get some more, but he called me a while ago. He says He said, Lisa, I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to do that another day. He said, Mom called me and said Dad had fallen on the floor this morning, so he is heading out to Finger to help her get him up. I don't think he got hurt, though, because I would have heard back from him about going to the hospital or something if it was serious.
When they start doing that, Lisa, they should not stay at home.
Well, he probably was chasing after one of the kids. Chloe and Caden are there, and the dog's there, so probably just having that extra stuff there probably disoriented him. So.
But Mom's going to have to always be on the lookout, and you're taken away. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably for however long it is. But they got a nurse that comes and gives him a shower 3 times a week, and Bernice likes it when they come because he minds them. He gets right in and does stuff. So that's good. I bet 3 times a week, man, that makes me just itchy just thinking about it. I gotta have mine every day.
That's not very much, is it?
It doesn't seem like it.
Not for an older person.
Yeah, but I guess.
Every day.
Yeah, I guess, but I'm sure she wipes it. I'm sure Mom gives him sponge baths and stuff. But but Mama, last night before Mark went to work, he had tears in his eyes, but he didn't cry. He didn't get that promotion. I know he wanted it so bad. No, but Mom, this is the thing, but you can't, there's no way you can fight this. The guy that got it is the one that had strep throat last week when everybody else interviewed, so in a roundabout way, he had an extra week to study, which doesn't seem fair, but, I mean, if he is honestly sick and really sick, he can't help that, but I know, he studied the extra time, had all that, and then, but all this last week, they kept calling Mark Sarge and all that stuff, and they had picked him, but they couldn't make their decision until this other guy interviewed, but it's like, oh man, Mark had his hopes built up, but I said, honey, nothing really changes. I said, everything's still the same. I said, you're not less of a man, because that's something he said. He says, here, you're less of a man, gonna go off to work. I said, honey, don't you even think that. You're not. I said, I said, he had an extra week to study, and I said, all that stuff. I said, we prayed God's will. I said, you didn't get this, but that means because God's got something better for you. So don't, I was building him up, but that's hard to go to work after all. It was probably really rough last night. And what's really going to be hard is Tuesday when they do that, when that other guy comes on for the 4 to 12 shift, and they come on before Mark gets off, and he'll have that position of sergeant. They'll be switching shifts. I'm sure that's going to be hard for Mark again. But they was really good friends. Gilbert and his girlfriend used to come over our house a lot when Mark and him worked together over at the main jail. But now they both work over there at the Pinto Farm. But different shifts. Gilbert was on 8 to 4, and Mark works midnight to 8. And then that shift, the shift for the sergeant was 4 to 12. So Mark was going to switch what he usually slept and work and sleep what he usually worked. His 2 shifts. His shifts was going to change. Mine, nothing would really change much for me here at home.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, he didn't get it, and I know he is disappointed, but it's going to be all right.
Yeah, it will.
And we never know, stuff like that happens. Gilbert might get on that, and something might happen. He may not. He may decide he don't like it after all, and then they have to find a new sergeant for that shit. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but I know stuff like that. I know stuff happens like that sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
True.
Or somebody on Mark's shift another position can come open right away, and stuff. So.
Yeah.
So I'm not fretting about it because we did pray God's will. I just hate that my husband has those feelings. You know how you feel when you get your hopes up and don't get it.
Oh, he does get his hopes up.
Well, he had that whole week. I think if it happened that very day, he wouldn't have. But after a whole week, week.
I told Dad on the phone.
I know. That's fine. But when you have that whole week to get, and people are keeping letting you feel like you are and calling you that, and building up your hopes, that's what makes it work. No, but I think they all thought he was. If it was the Pinto Farm making the decision, Mark would have got it. But it was where they go interview. All those people are the ones that make. But there was one guy that tried out, and Mark said if he would have got it, there was 5 that tried out all together. So the other 4 would have fought it because when they had the notice went around that there was a position coming up, it said that you have had to work at the Pinto Farm, and there was one guy that went for an interview, and he hadn't worked there one day, And so but they interviewed him. And that's what everybody was saying. Why they even interview him? Because that didn't meet the qualifications. Said if he would have got it, they all would have been all up in arms because it said right there in black and white, that you had to work there. So I don't even know why they even interviewed him. So, but anyway, I know, but at least it wasn't that one. So I guess, but it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But I still haven't heard from Kathy this week, and I texted her one day. I was like, "Hey, are you still alive?"
Dad tried to call her last night. She didn't return his call.
I hope she's all right. I hope I don't find out that. I hope they're not sedating her or anything. Because at I know I go here at Southern Oaks, and it is a assisted living, and I know that people can go in and out and all that kind of stuff when they're well. But I know that there are people that do get bedfast and sick, and a lot of times I'm never there when it happens, but they do have people die. but I don't know if but maybe probably at the hospital, Yeah. Take them to the hospital, but I don't know. I wish I'm going to ask Anita again to call Jeffrey because I don't want to start up a friend. It's not that I don't want to start a friendship. It's just usually people want to talk about everything else, and you just want to get to the point.
Yeah, I know.
I just want the information. I don't want to talk about this, that, and the other. So.
I know.
But anyway, you probably think that with me. You probably say, I wish Lisa would get to the point.
That's me.
Oh.
Oh my, yeah. I have a friend that comes over and she talks about everything. And I just want her to get there and do what she's supposed to do and get.
Yeah.
Go, because especially if I got something I have to do,
Yeah.
Yet.
It was like, I think it was Thursday. Thursday I didn't even get dressed because I knew I didn't have any appointment. I didn't have any place I had to go or do anything. So I just really diving in, doing some stuff at home. And Mark went out to his mom's mow the grass, and I knew he was going to come home here and mow and all that stuff. And so I was just working. And he comes back and he's like, says, Lisa, where you at? And I'm like, I'm here in the craft room. He said, I brought you somebody. I was like, what? Chloe came with him. I said, well, you're just going to have to hang out a minute. I'll go get dressed. I went, got my bath, and got dressed, and we went over and visited Dorothy and Mary Ann, and she wanted me to show her some signs. She's starting a sign team at her church, and so she just picks out songs. They just sign songs. They don't have any deaf group. They don't have any deaf people right now, but so I was helping her with some signs, and she's like, she wanted to learn how to make a yo-yo, and I said, I showed you a long time. She goes, that was years ago, and so I showed her how to make a fabric yo-yo like I've been making. She goes, I really like them. I said, well, they take a lot of time, but I said, I like them because they're something that you can take and work on, just and stuff like that. So it turned out okay. It turned out okay, but it's like, Mark, please don't bring me surprises anymore.
Who did he bring home?
Chloe.
Oh, he brought Chloe home.
Yeah, he brought.
Oh,
I thought I did, but yeah. Yeah, he brought Chloe and stuff.
So, she had to wait for you till you got your bath and everything, huh?
Yeah, I hurried. I didn't. I already had clothes in the bathroom that I'd worn before that was still clean and stuff. So yeah, she didn't have to wait long. But yeah, because I just was gonna. I'm like, man, I said today I got a day. I said it's everybody else's spring break. It's my spring break. I'm just gonna chill out.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I know what you mean. I like to do that some days.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like every time I think of it, it don't work out, so might as well just throw that to the wind.
You just have to start getting dressed first thing, huh?
Yeah, I mostly do. I did today anyway, so.
That's what I've been doing too. I didn't used to do that. Didn't used to get dressed right away. Yeah. And now I do first thing, get in my bath, get dressed. Yeah. In case somebody comes to the door.
I know it. Yeah, better safe than sorry, huh?
Uh-huh.
But we've had a lot of rain and stuff, and they've thrown some storms. But it's nice today.
Rained all day yesterday. Oh, we got out in it even. I couldn't believe when Dad got out in it. We went to the grocery store, we went to eat, and we went to get Tim's mail, and we had to do that. But
it wasn't heavy rain, was it?
Well, it's pretty wet. We got wet.
Oh, I don't.
We had to carry groceries, but we didn't have. We couldn't hold the umbrella because we had so much stuff in our hands. I couldn't hold the umbrella.
Well, I don't like going in that heavy rain. When I took Darren to the bus stop, not one of the times that he was here, took him to the bus stop in Jackson, and on my way back home, the heavens opened up and just rain coming. I had to pull over the side of the road. You couldn't even see where you was going. It was. I don't like that heavy rain. That's dangerous.
I know it, and it was foggy too, sort of yesterday too. That's when it was raining. It was kind of a hazy. You couldn't see good at all.
Well,
either.
don't.
So it's dangerous to drive in that.
Yeah, don't go out in that stuff. There's better.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be a better day, or there's usually lulls if you just wait. If you just hang on a while, usually.
I know that's true. That's true.
But Marisa texted me last night. She was just wanting to chit chat at first, and then so I called her and we was talking about her. I guess she hit a dead spot or something. But she said that she had like 4.5 hours to Garden City is what her GPS said or whatever. But then later I said, well, just text me when you. I text her back and I said, well, just text me when you get home, because I want to make sure she was safe. But then she texted me, she goes, I found out when I called you, I actually was on the wrong highway and I was heading towards Texas, but Jake was coming home from Texas, so they met in Liberal, Kansas, and spent the night in a motel, and he's going to load up their van and they're going to go back to Hutchinson with him in the truck.
Oh.
So that was pretty cool how that worked out for him, you know.
Oh, well, she had the kids with her?
Yeah. They went to Melanie's on spring break. They spent like 3 days.
Oh, okay.
I think 3 days with Melanie. They've been sending me pictures too. They went up in the mountains, and it was really cute. One picture, Marisa, it was either Marisa or Melanie that sent me a picture. She goes, "Here's how we do snow cones." The kids had a ball of ice, snow from up in the mountains on top of a pine cone,
Oh, my.
and they were eating it.
Yeah. That's true. That's what they were.
I know, and that's funny, isn't it?
That sure is.
Yeah, they think of all kinds of stuff. And then they had another picture of the kids acting like they were fishing. They weren't really. They were just sitting on the rocks and stuff. But from the back, it looks like they're fishing. And Melanie said, Jeremiah says he's going fishing.
Oh.
With the W, you had a W in there, fishing. But
So Melissa didn't go?
No, but Melissa went for Raylan's birthday, remember, a couple weeks ago?
Did.
Yeah. So, no, Melissa said she was at the gym. I said, oh, Melissa, I'm so proud of you. But I don't know if she's going to try to lose weight, but she may. But she said she found out she has no upper body strength, so she's trying to build up some muscles. And so that's good. But I'm kind of hoping that she'll lose some weight, too, a little bit. So.
Yeah.
I think she'll feel better about herself if she can.
Yes, she will. I guess Michelle's losing weight after her leg,
Oh, okay.
problem with her legs,
Oh, good for her.
Now Lauren said she lost 25 pounds at that one time, so.
If she can keep it off, or at least most of it. Because I know that one time you said that he gave her $100 for losing weight, but then she gained it
100
back.
pounds. She lost 100 pounds.
Yeah.
She needed to. She was like 400 and some pounds.
That's
400 something.
so hard on your heart, man.
Yes, it is. It's hard on your whole body.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, yeah. So all the kids are doing okay.
Yeah. They're all doing good.
Mm-hmm. So what do you got to do today?
Nursing home, just that too.
Nursing home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And get ready for stuff tomorrow, and then let's see, clean house a little bit. I try to keep it up through the week so there aren't major things, but just fix lunch for me.
You cook at home?
Yeah, I love to cook at home. Yeah, I love to cook at home.
That's good.
Yeah, but I think today we're just having BLTs and white chili. I made white chili a couple days ago, and then, of course, we didn't eat it yesterday because we went to El Ranchitos. So, yeah, so we'll probably have some of that white chili, and then I'll probably make Mark a BLT. Because I fried up the bacon the other day, so it's already fried. I'll just warm it up.
Yeah.
Cause, yeah.
That's good.
He likes those BLTs.
Yeah.
I put more L than anything on there. I get about like a big old chunk of lettuce.
Just a little bit of bacon.
Just a little bacon. I know.
He probably don't like that.
He's like, "Where's my bacon?" I said, "Well, you
Where's
don't."
my bacon? Where's the meat?
No, what he said the last time, a couple weeks ago when I made one, he says, "You only gave me one." I said, "Yeah, but just think, the day before we had I said, "You had 2 hamburgers the day before, and the day before that you had 2. I said, "I should have just gave you one and me one, both that, because I had one." And I said, "I should have just gave us both one." I said, "Then we both could have had one more. We could have made one more day us both have hamburgers." And I said, "You only get 1 BLT today because you've been having 2." I said, "We're trying to lose weight, and I don't want to make you fat."
Yeah.
Do you remember that Patty Rising had a nephew that I used to babysit, and his name was Jeremiah. Well, when I was anorexic, yeah, and his sister was named Brittany, I think. But anyway, I used to, when I was babysit them, I'd get hungry, but I wouldn't eat because I was anorexic. But I'd feed them food. I think he probably gained like 12 pounds during that time I babysit him. He turned his little chunk. He turned out a little chunk.
Really?
Yeah, because it's something with the mind. It's really a mind thing. As long as you're fixing food, your body thinks you're eating, even if you don't eat. Just,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. And so, yeah. So he got so chubby. It's like I probably gave him everything I was craving.
Yeah, I bet you did too.
And he just eat it up because little kids will just eat anything you give.
How long were you anorexic, Lisa?
Well, until you told me that if I didn't start eating, you was going to take me to the doctor or something. Or, I don't know. But then I started gaining because that's what you do. Your brain snaps back the other way.
Got bulimia?
Yeah, you get yeah, but no, bulimia is that you still can be skinny when you get bulimia, but
Oh,
no.
you do?
Yeah,
I thought bulimia was when you.
Bulimia is when you eat a lot. Anorexic is when you hardly ever eat. Bulimia is when you eat a lot, but you make yourself throw up or get rid of it some other ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I just stopped doing that and just gained. Your body is just such a switch. Then you gain. Oh yeah. And then we had Fred. Fred bring you all those things, those crackers from Nabisco.
I know it.
Yeah, and then I babysit for a lady who worked at Archway.
Oh my.
Remember the next door neighbor I babysat, Angel. Her name was Angel, that little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, her dad and mom. Her mom worked at Archway Cookie, and so they're like, just help yourself to all them cookies up there, and they have all those soft, you know how Archway cookies.
Yeah, I know, they're good.
Yeah, so I went from being real skinny to kind of chunky, and it's funny because about that time Marcia asked me to come be in her wedding, and she ordered me like a size 6 dress or 5. I don't remember. I'm like, yeah, don't you remember they had to end up taking it all out? I'm like, no, I gained weight, and she didn't believe me. And when I went to Sister Keller, she had to like take it out, take off the hem and the hem lining or something, and she put it like in the side. She put like 2 inches on each side. So I could, so it would fit me. It's like, well, if you'd listened to me, you'd ordered the right size of dress, and you wouldn't have done that. But she's like, well, last time she'd see me, I was so skinny. I'm like, well, you can gain pretty fast when you just go from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, you can. Oh my.
I know, but it's funny that it's just, that's just part of life. I mean, everybody has their story. Everybody has their past with something or other, and that's mine.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, Dad's feeling good?
Yep, he's still in some syndications.
Yeah, that's good.
I went and got me some new shoes this week. I got 2 pair of flats.
Oh, you don't wear high.
Shoes are expensive. Went to Paybest, and they had a pair on sale. It was $10, but they were, and actually they were in China.